quarterbacks who were the #1 and picks from the 2015 NFL Draft. It's Marcus Mariota going up against Jameis Winston. With that, let's get out to Raymond James Stadium. Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Tennessee Titans and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Antonio Andrews now to return. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of 30, right about the 29. Now here's the first carry for DeMarco Murray. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And we peer now at the offensive starters here in this game.
Let's take a look at the wide receiver, Dorial Green-Beckham, DGB. Size, speed, hands. His promise is starting to be realized.
And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Hey, when Marcus Mariota was at Oregon, throwing to the tight end wasn't much of an option, was it? That spread offense, you didn't have him on the field too much. Now, he's got one of the best in the game in Delaney.
Last year, Walker led all the tight ends with 94 catches. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. Down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first. That was 2nd down run for Murray. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs. Let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They go with Murray. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The starting 11 defensively for Tampa Bay.
Darryl Smith is a very reliable linebacker who can rush off the edge and also cover in the secondary.
Second down, Mariota. And his throw's going to be incomplete. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, receiver. And it'll be 3rd down.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner. And usually he's able to use his body and catch the football. But a really nice play by the defenders. Knock it away.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Now Mariota escaping the pressure right. Hit there, incomplete. Dexter McCluster, the intended receiver. And that's going to make it 4th down.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
An opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
One man in the backfield, that's Martin. And he'll get it up the middle. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And Jenkins is a guy in this offense that I know you like to talk about.
Absolutely love to talk about Austin Seferian. His ability to play in any position, whether it's as a wide receiver or as an inline tight end, his versatility, some of the best in the league.
You even gave him the full name there.
Austin Seferian Jenkins. He is the real deal.
Again, it's Martin. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Two yards to go here on 3rd down. Winston on 3rd and 2. A bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Rashad Johnson. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Following the interception here, Mariota going up top. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. On 2nd down, Mariota again. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To throw Mariota. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It'll be a gain of yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any off.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the 2nd quarter. It's a 2nd and long to start things out. They run it again with Martin. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
The play clock's running down. They just do get the play off. Now Winston. And incomplete. The contact made the ball run and brings up 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Taken from just outside the 30. Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. And a great spot to start this drive from here. On 1st down, Murray. And he'll get this down to about the 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Mariota now on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
True formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
This one brought in by Dorial Green-Beckham. And Charles, Dorial Green-Beckham, his coach Mike Mularkey said he's been a little bit inconsistent.
And the coach has been right. You watch him in one practice, he looks... absolutely brilliant. The next practice, he looks a little bit more average. They want to see the brilliance on a day-to-day basis.
And striving for that consistency as this one wears on. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Mariota to sneak it. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
We often hear analysts talk about a quarterback's wingspan, almost like a forward in basketball. But here's where it pays to have a long reach. They find a slight opening and are able to stick the ball forward to pick up 1st downs.
Set back. Mariota to throw it this time. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's analysts described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll come out in the pistol. From the pistol, they run it with Murray. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. Mariota to throw it. That's caught at the 1. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Kendall Wright from 8 yards out. And the Titans have taken the lead. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 16-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. One man in the backfield, that's Martin. Winston. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They come out here in the eye. First down, here's the run with Martin. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
10 yards still left on second down. One receiver to the left is Evans. Second down, Winston. He's going to let this one go deep. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
Have to give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. They were prepared. Ordinarily, when they take the big shot downfield to the big guy, that's usually a mismatch that the offense is used to winning. But the preparation showed for the defense, and they were able to bat it away. A nickel set shown by the Titans on third down.
Thinking pass. On third down, Winston. Caught, Seferian-Jenkins, right side. Call it a gain of 5. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining before we get to halftime. The kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline to the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Walker with a grab, left side. 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
It takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football, because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone, sometimes you're throwing it between the zones, sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when
now whistles come in, we're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. To throw is Mariota. That's caught inside the 20. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive bought the extra time. It allowed for the big completion downfield. Those guys made that play possible.
Flush to his right. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Marcus Mariota in the final seconds of the first half. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. And he's able to put it through. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And for spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Let's go now. Blue lady.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. From the gun on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the 2nd half. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now Mariota. The hit comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
11 yards on the pickup, and the Buccaneers are going to have a first down.
I know I'm not in the rooting business, but I really like this kid, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. Good catch there. I'm just hoping he can stay on the field and have some good health.
Now the Bucs hoping so too, limited to 16 games total his first 2 seasons combined.
He is quite a target for a young quarterback. Jameis Winston can grow with this guy, and boy, they can be a dynamic duo.
Nice carry there of 15 yards.
Well, from the safety of our booth, I think it's okay after that run that I call him still the name that maybe he's not too crazy about, the muscle hamster.
Yeah, his teammates at Boise State called him that. He doesn't like it.
Hates that name.
He told us he prefers, and he told the world he prefers Duggernaut.
It's always tough when you come up with your own nickname.
It doesn't stick.
I hope it works for him, but I have my doubt.
We're going muscle hamster here in the booth. First down, Winston. Evans has it left side. It's a gain of 21 that time. And it'll give the Bucs a first down.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfield is a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
6 yards to go here on 2nd down. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Now Jameis on 2nd down. And this is incomplete. Charles Sims, the intended target. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well. And he didn't get that done on that play.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. Winston. And this is caught by Jackson. And he's into the end zone. A touchdown. Vincent Jackson, 30 yards. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. Play call, just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his RAC, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. Stays on his feet. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on zone offense. I mean, you have periods diverted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing.
And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
Nice play, baby, nice play.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Murray. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They come up in an offset eye. 2nd down, Mariota. And this is going to be incomplete.
Sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mariota escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Mobility is often a good thing for a quarterback. Rarely do you think it's a bad thing. Getting outside of the pocket often breaks down defenses. But you still have to set and throw. Yeah. I mean, you can't lose your mechanics even though you're outside the pocket.
And there with the pressure coming, made that extra tough. taken at about the 16. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had an air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Final minute now of the third quarter. On 1st and 10, Winston. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings a second down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
One receiver to the left is Evans. A second down throw for Winston. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Doug Martin. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Winston. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They come out here in the eye. Mariota to throw it. This one complete left side to Green Beckham. And he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
They run with Murray. And he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And that's also all for this third quarter of play. Back now in Tampa. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the fourth quarter. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Mariota now on 2nd down. Complete on the right side to Green Beckham. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. And now they're in the hurry-up. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
12 yards there as they move the chains.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They come out here in the eye. 10th carry of the game now. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Been that way all afternoon, didn't get a whole lot better there. Here's Murray, and he will look. And the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Another pistol look here. 3rd and long here for Mariota. And underneath here to McCluster. And he'll be brought down inside 20 at the 19. That one good for 12 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So a big one there as that gives them a little cushion.
And you know, here in the fourth quarter, the fact that they were able to bleed some time off the clock and put points on the board, even if it's only 3, that could turn out to be the drive that ultimately wins them the game.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here.
And he'll be grabbed from behind and slung down like a rag doll. Jarrell Casey in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. On 2nd down, Martin. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Wide open receiver. Connection on that one. 31 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Fresh set of downs here.
Ready, blue ready. Right there, 54 right.
Jameis now for first down. And he slings one that's incomplete. So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down is in store. Here's Winston. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking, but you've got to help them get some confidence in the play calling right now.
Jameis to throw it. Caught. Safarian Jenkins, right side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Austin Safarian Jenkins, 40 yards. And the Bucs have a one-score game.
And they put it in the end zone, which was job one. Now they have to convert, and then it's decision time, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is what all teams go through. You look at the clock, you're inside 2 minutes, look at your timeouts, make that onside kick decision.
Yeah, how do you feel about your defense, where you are in terms of the scoreboard, and the time left on the clock, as you noted, so many things to go through.
So here we go with the onside kick. They'll need a recovery and a touchdown. A field goal does them no good. And the Titans are going to recover the football. They had to go for it with minutes remaining, though. Now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Mariota with a knee to the ground, and that should be it. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. Tough loss here, but they've got to move on. I mean, you have another opponent next week. You dwell on this one, it hurts you the following week.
That's where the 24-hour rule comes into play, win or lose for all teams. Either enjoy the win for 24 or reflect on the loss for 24, then put it aside and move forward.
That'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to EASports.com. With that, we say so long